Hey, it's Zax and Jimfro from Ready Check Pull. We got to test one of the bosses of the first raid in Shadowlands, so we're here to break it down for you real quick. The full guide will be out later on, but for now, here's a little preview.
Sun King's Salvation was the third boss we got to test. And oh baby, Kael is back! We gotta save our boy Kael'thas from... Wait, what? Didn't we kill that guy? Oh well, anyways. This fight is split up into two alternating phases. In phase 1, the main goal is to heal friendly Kael'thas while fighting off waves of adds, and in phase 2, you have to fight not friendly Kael'thas and his Phoenix buddy. So it's mostly an ad management fight that's carried by your healers. There's a lot going on in this fight, so we're just gonna focus on the important things. In the ad phase, you can heal Kael'thas directly, but the main way that you end up healing him is through these Essence Font containers dropped by the Vile Oculus. These mobs have to be focus killed super fast or else they won't drop their container. Once each container is on the ground, your healers will need to spam heal each one to get it to full health, triggering a massive heal on Kael'thas. The other way to efficiently heal Kael'thas is through these soul pedestals. Each player in the raid can channel onto these and sacrifice their own health to heal Kael'thas. These weren't working in testing, so it's unclear how much they actually contribute, but at the very least, there'll be something for DPS to do if there's any downtime between ad waves. Speaking of the ads, there are 6 different ads in this phase. Most of their mechanics are dealt with by just staying spread out, so we won't go over all of them, but there's also some uniquely important ones. You already know the Oculus dropped the font containers, which is definitely big deal number 1. Big deal number 2 is the soul infusers that spawn a little later in the phase. They spawn at the back of the room and run towards Kael'thas to drain his health. It's super important that you slow them as much as possible and focus kill them before they get there. They also drop these red orbs that healers can pick up to buff their healing by an insane amount for a few seconds. Then there's also the Rockbound Vanquishers that need to be taunt swapped because of their stacking bleed. And like I said, every other mob is pretty much handled by just spreading out. We didn't get to see the second phase in testing, but when Kael'thas gets to a certain health percentage, he'll become unhealable and a shade of Kael'thas will spawn. The tanks will need to taunt swap on the shade and keep him faced away from the rest of the raid. There's also a Phoenix that needs to be tanked away from the shade because it pulses AoE to nearby enemies. And a flame strike will occur that a few players need to soak together, and there's also a big swirly that everyone will have to dodge. At the same time as all of that, the room will slowly be filled with fiery pools that you don't want to stand in. Once the shade is killed, Kael'thas will become healable and the ad phase will start again. It's unclear how many times you'll have to do this, but you probably have to get Kael'thas to 100% health and maybe fight the shade one last time to win. And that's the fight. You know I love me some big hectic ad cleave fights with a bunch of chaos. So this boss gets a huge 10 out of 10 from me. Plus, it's Kael'thas, so now it's 11 out of 10, but since they call it a reborn Phoenix and not Alar, the fight gets knocked back down to a solid 10 out of 10 from me. This boss is going to be awesome.
Yeah, this is probably the coolest character they could have brought back in this raid. And this fight is pretty unique too. Not only is it about ad management, but the main way of progressing the fight is through healing, which we don't see a lot. It'll definitely be interesting to see how this one plays out in Pugs.
Thanks so much for checking out this guide preview of Sun King's Salvation. We're always looking for more people to test with, so after you've liked the video, make sure to join our Discord and message us in Shadowlands to get an invite to the Ready Check Pull Guild. Hope to see you in beta. Peace.